three. Bang! Bang! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium, the site of tonight's SBC Lake rivalry matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes and the Bellevue Lady Red. I'm Nate Mullins tonight, joined alongside by my partner, Connor Roush, on the call for his first your first color commentary game, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, we're excited to have you on the call tonight, Connor. We also have Austin Rodriguez running our camera. And, of course, Greg Kinn, the wizard, on the ones and twos, keeping us live. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You're tuned in to the pregame show brought to you by Rodgers Flowers. Of course, tonight's broadcast is presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. Once again, Nate Mullins with Connor Roush. And, Connor, we're here in the pregame show. I want to take a moment before we get into this game, though. I want to talk about our sponsors here. Let's run through these sponsors because I'll tell you, folks, we wouldn't be here if not for these community-minded sponsors. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, our presenting sponsor, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Service, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willies Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara, Reisen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Well, we've got the opening tip coming to you next, brought to you by your friends at Phillips Electric. Connor, this one is it's one of those ones that you look on paper, Bellevue 4-2, Tiffin Columbian 3-3.
Yes.
It seems to be an even matchup, but I tell you, Bellevue's played a gauntlet so far, and those two losses have come to some very tough competition in the season. So this is going to be a tough matchup for Tiffin Columbian. It always is. These Lady Red, they bring it, and they are led tonight by their leading scorer, Haley Reese. Opening tip controlled by the Lady Red, and we are underway. Of course, opening tip brought to you by Phillips Electric, one of our proud community-minded sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in. We're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. And Lady Red have it. They drive into the paint, up with the shot, and laid it up and in. Ella Rucker. We'll go through the starting five for both schools here after this, as stolen on the inbound pass. Haley Reese with the steal. Gets it under the basket. Now kick out for Rucker for three. Off the back of the rim, no. Rebound tipped under the basket, grabbed by Tiffin Columbian. They push it down the floor. Mackenzie Davis up with the shot, no.
Ooh, and it's blocked.
Dallas Pohl with the feed. And now the Red work it down the floor. Mid-range jumper, and that's good. Audrey Turner knocks it down. And Turner showing some range there, as that one is a long two. 4-0 Bellevue. Dallas Pohl, your starting five for Tiffin Columbian. We'll go through that right now, as Mackenzie Davis is on the floor, as is Lexi Smith. That's Maggie Ranigan, on the three-point shot, no good. Lexi Smith with the rebound. She goes up with it. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. Rounding out the starting five, Gracie Chester, as well as Dallas Pohl. That's your starting five for Tiffin Columbian here tonight. For the Lady Red, on the floor, we have Ella Rucker. Number 3, Dominique White. Number 4, Haley Reese. Number 10, Audrey Turner. And number 22, Caitlin Terniski. And Lexi Smith knocks down one of two free throws to put the Lady Tornadoes on the board now. 4-1 is your score. Lady Red work it into the forecourt now. That pass batted away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian.
What a fast tempo start this game has been.
Yeah, it's
going into this game is expecting Bellevue to be high tempo and controlling the ball and being efficient with their shooting here.
3-point shot from Haley Reese. Haley Reese knocks down the three from the perimeter. 7-1 Bellevue. Full court press being employed by the Lady Red. Stolen away. White to the paint. Up with the shot. No. Lexi Smith grabs it. Over to Rannigan, and it's poked away and out of bounds. That full court press is really giving these Lady Tornadoes fits right now. Connor, I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to play against them.
No, I wouldn't either.
A smothering defense by Bellevue. Terniski kicks it out. That's Turner, Audrey Turner. For Rucker. Rucker pulls up from mid-range. No. Lexi Smith grabs the rebound. Dallas Pohl. Over to Smith. Now full court pass. Gracie Chester back to Pohl. Hoists up for three. Off the rim, no. Rebound tipped and out of bounds. Last touched by Tiffin Columbian. Yes, a very fast-paced start here for both squads, as I haven't even got a chance to get to our keys to the game. Of course, keys to the game brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, our presenting sponsor here tonight. We'll get to those here in just a little bit once we get a timeout in the action.
Ooh, nice
cross-court pass stolen by Lexi Smith. Dallas Pohl now with it, up with the shot, off the glass, no! Rebound, grabbed by Terniski. Into the corner and under the basket. White kicks it out for Rucker. Rucker back to Reese, cross-court. Turner hoists it up for three, no. Rebound grabbed by Pohl. Pushes it down the floor. Mackenzie Davis into the paint, up with the shot, off the glass and in. Mackenzie Davis. The first field goal of the ball game goes to Mackenzie Davis, our MST Sauce Company player of the game from a week ago tonight. Stolen away by Dallas Pohl. And she's got it. A foul on the floor is going to be called against Reese, I think. Yes, Haley Reese will be called for the foul. Of course, we mentioned her, the leading scorer for Bellevue coming into tonight, averaging just over 15 points a game. She is actually leading the SBC Lake in scoring by a wide margin. She leads by 3 points per game over the next leading scorer. So wow. She's been filling up the stat sheet. Of course, stat sheet brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Stolen away. White with the steal, step back, cross court. Rucker steps inside the three-point arc, cross court pass. Brooke Brown now into the game for the Reds. She hoists it up from the left wing, no good. Rebound tipped under the basket, last touch by Bellevue. Tiffin Columbian will get it back. 4:19 left here in the first quarter. 7-3 Bellevue. The Tornadoes just have not had very many opportunities at the basket, Connor. I don't think they've had very many shot attempts.
I mean, with this full court press, it's just Bellevue's putting a lot of pressure on these Tornadoes.
And it's taken a lot out of them.
Yes, it is.
Lexi Smith under the basket. Dallas Pohl drives into the paint, kicks it for Smith under the basket, lays it up and in. Lexi Smith with a nice feed off the contact. Now Tornadoes within two, 7-5. White takes the pass, kicks it out for Rucker. Right corner three, no. Terniski grabs the rebound under the basket, and they're going to be a, held ball. Possession arrow will favor the Tornadoes. So Tiffin Columbian will get the possession, trailing by 2. 3:39 left here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call tonight. Left wing three. Alzaquani's shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Terniski. You can see why she leads the team in rebounds, towering over everyone else tonight.
Very tall.
Terniski listed at 6'2". Just a freshman. So a lot of time left here for Caitlin Terniski.
Oh, yeah.
Substitution now. Gracie Chester checking in for Tiffin Columbian, as Dallas Pohl will take a seat.
Man, what's been real impressive so far is all the passing Bellevue is doing before even their first shot attempt.
Yeah, and that's kind of their MO. They'll give up a good shot for a better shot. Shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Terniski. She goes back up with it, no. And a rebound grabbed under the basket by Abby Felsky. Mackenzie Davis feeds Chester under the basket. She lays it up, no. In and out. Rebound grabbed by the Lady Red. And a foul on Tiffin Columbian. Audrey Turner grabbed the rebound, and looks like they're going to call Lexi Smith on the foul. That's her first. And the first team foul on Tiffin Columbian comes at the 2:45 mark here in the first quarter. Rucker, little floater there. She gets that one to go off 1 foot. You see that little 1 foot jumper?
That was smooth.
Gracie Chester. Now to Mackenzie Davis. She resets the offense. Davis driving, cut off. Onto the basket for Smith. Feed. That's going to be tipped and out of bounds. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian. So Bellevue will get it back, leading 9-5. 2:12 left here in the first quarter.
21.
Well, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up this week here on Heart of Ohio Sports, folks. I know it's Christmas week, and everybody's thinking about holiday plans, but plan on tuning in this Friday night as we bring you more Tiffin Columbian basketball. We'll be right back here. And these same two opponents, but not quite the same teams, as the boys' opponents will be on the floor this Friday night. Mackenzie Davis drives, puts the shot up. No, she's fouled on her way up for the shot. Turner called for the foul. Audrey Turner, sophomore guard. That'll be her first foul. And the third team foul against Bellevue comes at the 1:46 mark here in the first quarter. Mackenzie Davis knocks down the first of two free throws. Maggie Rannigan checking back in for Tiffin Columbian. And Davis's shot no good, but Smith grabs the rebound. Rannigan now with it. 9-6 Bellevue. Rannigan drives, cut off, kick out. Smith for three. Oh, no good. Rebound grab by Bellevue. Down the floor. Turner over to Reese. Thought about a three, but puts it on the floor. Over to Turner for three. No. Chester grabs the rebound. Over to Davis. Davis into the forecourt now. Into the paint, puts it up off the glass. No. She gets the rebound back. She puts it up. No. A rebound grab by the Lady Red. Brooke Brown now with it. Over to Haley Reese. Terniski off the backboard. No. Rebound grab by Dallas Pohl of the Tornadoes. Inside of a minute to play. 3-point lead for Bellevue. Tornadoes, Rannigan driving. Tried to find her teammate, but nobody home. The Lady Red now with it. Terniski. Spin move, drive into the paint, kick out. 3-point shot, no. Boy, that would have been a nice looking play if they'd have got that to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because what a drive by Terniski. Stolen away by Tornadoes. Down the floor. Davis into the paint. Up with the shot. No. A lot of contact, but no foul. And they're flying down the floor now. Rannigan with the steal. Dallas Pohl. 14 seconds left. Davis, cross court. Smith. Spots up for three. Bang! Bang! Bang!
Shot.
Lexi Smith knocks down the three to tie it at 9 apiece. Half-court shot is no good from Haley Reese. And we are tied at 9 apiece. What a way to start this ball game here tonight, folks. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with more exciting high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos. And we're back here at Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium. You're tuned in to Hoops on Hoos. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call. Austin Rodriguez on the camera. And we got Greg Kinn, the Wizard, on the ones and twos. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. The pulse of the Buckeye State. We're set to start the second quarter. Tiffin Columbian tied it up at the end of the first quarter on a three-point shot by Lexi Smith. 9-9 is your score as we start the second quarter. Bellevue has possession. Connor, what a ball game here to start out.
I mean, like I said earlier, very fast tempo and just how aggressive these two teams are playing against each other.
Absolutely.
For it being a rival game as well.
Haley Reese drives to the basket. She is fouled, so she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Reese tonight has 3 points.
And the first one is made.
On the season, she's just a 56% shooter from the line, 17 of 30, so make that 18 of 31. Reese, second shot. She made them both.
2 for 2.
Push that percentage up a little bit there. Gracie Chester now with it in the forecourt. Double teamed and a timeout called by Tiffin Columbian. Wise timeout there by J.C. Foose. We'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. Connor, let's talk about the keys to the game. Of course, keys to the game brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We're already into the second quarter. Bellevue takes a 11-9 lead now off those 2 free throws. But you know, what's the keys? If you're Tiffin Columbian here tonight, what do you think is the most important thing for them to do if they want to come away with a win?
So we know that Bellevue's going to be shooting a lot of three-pointers.
Yep.
So I think just staying down in the box and getting those rebounds will be key for them. Because as many possessions as possible will help them
rebounding.
This game.
Hey, you got to be Windex tonight. Clean those boards.
Yes.
So there's your keys to the game, brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. Of course, if I'm Tiffin Columbian, if I'm looking for any keys to this game, you got to control the possessions. You can't give it away on easy turnovers there. As Haley Reese drives it into the paint, puts it up off the glass and in. Now 13-9 Bellevue. But those turnovers, I tell you, Connor, that's the death knell of any good team. You can't turn the ball over. And this full court defense is really starting to put the pressure on Tiffin Columbian here as we start the second quarter. That pass thrown away. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian. Bellevue will get it back. So if you ask me, keys to the game, great point. Rebounding for Bellevue. They got to control rebounds, get as many possessions as possible. And I mean, that's both teams. You know, let's control the rebounds. And for Tiffin Columbian, they've really got to find a way to limit mistakes. Kick out on the right wing. Now Haley Reese has it down into the paint. Oh, what a shot. Wow. In between the trees. She was triple teamed there. And Lexi Smith is going to be called for the travel as that pivot foot just drug a little bit too much there. So Terniski will inbound for Bellevue. Lady Red on a 6-0 run to start the second quarter here. 6:45 left here in the second quarter. Cross-court pass from Reese. Under the basket. Poked away. Stolen by Smith. Smith double teamed. Down the floor for Davis. Davis cross-court for Dallas Pohl, and she's going to be fouled on the pass there. I think that's going to go on Reese. Yes, Haley Reese is going to be called for the foul. That's her second foul. It comes at the 6:28 mark here in the second quarter. So she's going to have to play a little bit more precariously.
As she already has 9 points tonight for Bellevue.
Alzaquani over to Davis. Now cross court. Dallas Pohl finds Chester over in the corner. Gracie Chester drives the baseline. Pass out of bounds. Nobody home there. She was pressured on the pass there. And threw that one into the stands. Bellevue has it. 6:10 left here in the first half. Rucker, kick out, White for three. Back off the back of the rim, no. And that one is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Bellevue. So Tiffin Columbian will take over. 6:02 left here in the second quarter. Dallas Pohl into the forecourt for Lexi Smith. Into the paint. Smith off the glass. No. Rebound tipped. And we're going to get a over the back on Alzaquani there. Miriam Alzaquani called for the foul.
With Bellevue driving it right back down the court. They're currently on a 6-0 run. Which I believe all the points have been scored by Haley Reese.
Yes.
In this quarter.
She's been putting on a clinic here in this second quarter.
Aubrey Turner in for Lady Red.
Aubrey Turner checking in as Kyra Henney takes a seat. Rucker stolen away by Pohl. Dallas Pohl under the basket for Alzaquani. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Bellevue. Lexi Smith looking to inbound here. Smith under the basket. Gets it back for Davis, and it touched her. But they're not going to give the backcourt for it. Davis now with it. Nearly stolen away, but she gets it back. Over to Alzaquani. Down low for Chester. Gracie Chester up with the shot. Puts it up and in. Gracie Chester gets that one to go. Her first basket of the ball game. 15-11. Rucker. Cross court. Weich for three. No. Smith grabs the rebound. Over to Pohl. Now Davis with it. Stolen away. Weich with the steal. Puts it up. No, but she's fouled on her way up for the shot. Mackenzie Davis going to be called for the shot foul. That'll be her first, but the fourth team foul against Tiffin Columbian comes at the 4:55 mark. Weich on the season. She's perfect at the line. And, of course, there's the announcer's jinx. She was 6 for 6. Dominic Weich, no good on both. Reese up with the shot off the backboard. No. Dallas Pohl grabs the rebound for Tiffin Columbian. Pushes it into the forecourt, gives it off for Alzaquani. Miriam Alzaquani calls out the set. And a carry called on Tiffin Columbian. Kyra Henney checking in for Bellevue. Maggie Rannigan checking back in for Tiffin Columbian. 4:35 left here in the first half. Bellevue leading by 4, 15-11. Cross-court pass to Turner through her hands and out of bounds. It'll go back to Tiffin Columbian. 4:28 left here in the first half. Mackenzie Davis. Now Rannigan with it. They work it around the perimeter here. Lexi Smith down low, spins, turnaround, jumper. No. Hit every part of the rim, but the inside of it. Haley Reese now with it. Driving, kick out. Three-point shot from Turner. No. Rebound. Reese puts it back up and puts it in. Haley Reese.
And now with the steal.
Reese up with the shot. Puts it in. That is dominance right there. 13 points now for Reese. Lexi Smith. And she just lost it there. Went out of bounds. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian. Abby Felsky checking back in for Tiffin Columbian. Gracie Chester takes a seat. Audrey Turner now with it for Bellevue. Into the forecourt, 19-11, Lady Red. Haley Reese with 13 of the 19 points for Bellevue here tonight. Ranigan digs it out. They're going to be a held ball. Possession arrow will favor Tiffin Columbian. Ranigan now with it. Under the basket. Felski puts it up. Puts it in. Abby Felski with a nice little baseline floater. She gets that one to go. And it's a 6-point game. 19-13 your score. Bellevue. Boy, they're putting on a clinic.
They sure are, especially
on the boards.
Yeah, Haley Reese just dominating this quarter for Bellevue and scoring. With her averaging 15.5 a game, she's already at 13.
Yeah, she's pretty close to that scoring average already. We're not even at halftime. Of course, timeouts tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Take a moment and thank all of our sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports for bringing you tonight's broadcast. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Services, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara Reisen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in here, folks. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call with you tonight. Of course, Greg Kinn, the Wizard, keeping us live, and Austin Rodriguez, our camera operator, as Terniski gets that one to go. Dallas Pohl.
Calling the hold.
And Audrey called on the hold. Audrey Turner called on the hold there.
Number 10, Turner, for second.
21-13 your score. Bellevue leading Tiffin Columbian. 2:46 left here in the first half. Ranigan under the basket for Smith. Puts it up off the glass and puts it in. Lexi Smith with a nice feed from Maggie Ranigan. And Lexi Smith now has 8 points. Reese. Rucker. Now back to Reese. Haley Reese. Cross court. Turner. Now Terniski with it. Loses it. Felski grabs it. Now Lexi Smith. Over to Ranigan. And they cross the timeline into the forecourt. Maggie Ranigan up with the shot. No, but she is fouled on her way up for the shot. That's 2 shots from the free throw line for Maggie Ranigan.
Number 10, Reese, her third.
Ranigan on the season, 5 of 7 from the line for a 71% clip. And she gets the first one to go. 5-point ball game now. 21-16 is your score.
Back in for Lady Red. And number 20, Al-Zaquani in for Columbia.
Miriam Al-Zaquani checking back in for Tiffin Columbian. Maggie Ranigan, second free throw, no. Rebound grabbed by Haley Reese. Down the floor they go. Reese, cross court for Rucker. Rucker, back out to Reese for 3. Nope. Rebound grabbed by Al-Zaquani. Al-Zaquani up with the shot, off the glass, no. Rebound grabbed by Reese. That might have been blocked from behind there, not sure. Reese, spin move, kicks it back to Terniski. Back out, shot from Brown, no good. Rebound, tipped under the basket, dug out by the Tornadoes. Al-Zaquani into the forecourt. Nearly had it stolen away. It's poked, she gets it back. Over to Ranigan on the left wing. Maggie Ranigan.
3 seconds. 5 seconds. Let's go. You gotta call it sometime.
Mackenzie Davis. Top of the key. Under the basket for Reese. And they're going to get a foul from behind on Lexi Smith. That's her second foul. Comes at the 1:10 mark here in the second quarter. 21-16 your score. Bellevue leading by 5. Weiss. And that pass goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Tiffin Columbian. Intended for Ella Foose, but that one was just a little too long there. A substitution here as Kyra Henney will check in. Ella Ruckers takes a seat. 1 minute left. 21-16. Mackenzie Davis driving into the paint. And she's going to be fouled on her way up for the shot. I will say that was a shooting foul, so Kyra Henney called for the foul. That's her first. And the 7th team foul against Bellevue at the 53-second mark puts Tiffin Columbian in the bonus. Davis no good on the first. Keeps it a 21-16 ball game. And Mackenzie Davis knocks down the second free throw. She gets 1 of 2 to go. 21-17 your score. And that pass nearly goes out of bounds. It does go out of bounds. Foose unable to control it as that one will go out of bounds, and Tiffin Columbian will reclaim possession. 43.5 seconds left here in the first half. Pole inbounds to Ranigan. Ranigan down low. Felsky shot no good. It's blocked. Chester had it poked away. Foose now with it. 30 seconds left. They push it down the floor. Henney. That should have been a travel. That was not called.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay then.
There's been a couple that didn't get called so far, but hey, it's they got 6 eyes. They got to be everywhere at once. That's a hard job to do.
Right.
Henny's shot is good. Makes it 22-17 with 25.6 seconds left here in the first half. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show. Brought to you by TPC Food Service. She gets 2 of 2 to go. It is a 6-point ball game, 23-17. Maggie Ranigan into the forecourt now. Excellent defense being played now by Weiss. She gets the steal. Back to Terniski. 8 seconds. 5 seconds. Foose for 3, no. Rebound grab by Chester, and she's under the basket, and that will be the end of the first half. 23-17 is your score. Lady Red on top of the Lady Tornadoes. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
All right, and we're back. Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium. Let me finish my popcorn here.
Get out your numbers. Winning tickets worth $3.
Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call with you. Of course, I can't come to this gymnasium and not get popcorn. It's like they have some of the best popcorn in the SBC. So it's like one of those, it's a tradition thing. Got to get a water, a Starburst, and a bag of popcorn. I don't know what it is. It's just like every game I call. It's weird. Greg, you know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Every game. Tommy knows, too, because he eats all my good Starbursts and leaves me with the yellow ones.
Of course Tommy does.
Once again, we're here at the halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service. Boy, what an exciting first half of action as Haley Reese put on a scoring clinic. She's got 13 points to lead all scorers as we look at the UIS Insurance and Investments stat sheet. Of course, for Tiffin Columbian leading the way, Lexi Smith has 8 points here tonight. You look at Mackenzie Davis has 4, and pouring in 2 apiece is Abby Felsky and Gracie Chester. That's pretty much rounding out your scoring for Tiffin Columbian here tonight. Bellevue, outside of Haley Reese, really not a whole lot else. Connor, I mean, they got 10 points outside of her, and she has really been the story here tonight. Defensive and offensive side of the court, man, she's putting on a clinic.
I mean, it's unbelievable. She's just, wherever you look, she's there making a play.
Yes, absolutely. So once again, there's your UIS Insurance and Investment stat sheet here at halftime. 23-17 is your score. Bellevue on top of Tiffin Columbian, but I tell you, Connor, these Tornadoes, they've fought pretty hard in that first half. I think they're in this thing, man. I really do. I think if you would have told me that against Bellevue, this would have been a 6-point ball game at half, I'd say, okay, I like our chances.
Yes.
Let's roll with it. We're playing with house money here coming out of halftime, right?
Yes, that is correct. I mean, I wouldn't let the score determine anything else. It's still a very close game for Columbian. After that first half, for how their defensive pressure has been, maybe they can sit down and learn how to fix how to get around the full court pressure and start getting to Bellevue more. And I think another thing too is just keep driving the paint, shoot,
yes.
Get fouled, go to the free throw line. Because for what we've been seeing so far, shot attempts have been limited for Columbian. So if you drive and get to the paint and get fouled, get to the free throw line, that can help them a lot as well.
That's a great point. Shots really have been limited here tonight. I don't think we pressed that replay button one time, Greggy. We haven't had very many replayable plays here tonight because, you know, they've just been routine plays. They've just been taking care of business when it's there. It's just there's been some times when, you know, both teams have really played great defense here tonight. I just feel like it's going to be there's going to be a run. Bellevue already had their run. They almost jumped out to a 10-point lead at one point. Tiffin Columbian made it close. They drew it within 4, and then now Bellevue now extended it back up to a 6-point lead before we head into the locker room. But you know, if Tiffin Columbian wants to come out here in the second half and take care of business and bring home the W, I think the biggest key for them is they have to manufacture shots. It's not going to be there if you just go through the motions.
Right. You're
going to have to find a shot. You're going to have to make your shot. And sometimes you have to manufacture those shots.
Yeah.
And that's the key, I think, tonight for Tiffin Columbian. Here at the end, those shots are limited. How are you going to find your shot here tonight? How are you going to get those points you need to claw your way back into this and make it a ball game? I think that's going to be really key. They've got to find a way to make shots happen. Not make shots, because obviously everybody needs to make shots, but make them happen. How are you gonna make those shots, the opportunities happen for those shots? Because I think that's a big key here tonight, as well as you said, rebounding. You know, defense is always a big key, but I think, you know, with the shot selection for Tiffin Columbian, you've seen Bellevue, they pass the ball around. They like to get everybody looks, and we've said it on this broadcast already tonight. They'll pass up a good shot for a better shot. I think we need to see some of that out of Tiffin Columbian.
I think so too.
I think we need to see a little bit more distribution. Let's not see the ball stop so much in one person's hands. We don't want to see dribbling. We want to see the ball movement and movement around the perimeter. And I think that's going to be key here for them in the second half is don't let the ball get stuck.
one thing that seemed to me is they just seem stiff on the offensive side. If they're just loose and they're out and they're just passing the ball, keeping the ball flowing, more opportunities can open up for them.
Yes, absolutely. So there you have it. We are just about set for the start of the second half. We got about 3 minutes until we begin. So let's go ahead and run through our sponsor list here as we thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Service, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willies Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara, Reisen, Century 21 Bolte and Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, once again, we're not doing a Coach's Corner tonight because we're here tonight at the game, calling a game. So it's going to be kind of hard to do two things at once. But, you know, I'll tell you, if you're not at home in the comfort of your own home and you don't want to leave and you know, you're sitting there thinking, what am I going to do for dinner? It's 7:30. Like, I know it's a little late. Some of you guys have already eaten. But if you haven't, consider giving my friends at Benchwarmers a call. Look them up on Facebook. Find the number because I don't have it right in front of me. But I'm telling you, folks, if you do call it in, you got Greggy, am I right here? Standout fries. Come on now.
Oh, man, they're the best.
Standout fries. They stand out above the crowd.
Yes,
I'm telling you. It's like a Parmesan herb seasoning they put on the fries. Call it in, pick up delivery, or go sit in there and watch the game. They probably got it on right now in at Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, one of our proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And of course, whenever you frequent any of these businesses on the sponsor list, what do you tell them, Connor? You tell them Heart of Ohio Sports sent you.
Sorry about that.
So once again, we're here getting ready to start the second half. And Connor, we've talked about both teams here. Exciting first half of action. But when I think about this game and I think, okay, Tiffin Columbian has hung in there, and I don't think Bellevue really likes the fact that they're hanging in there as long as they have.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is defensive, but I think some of this is also Bellevue's kind of maybe not really getting some of the shots that they like. I think the defensive end for Tiffin Columbian is paying dividends, obviously. But for Bellevue, we said it, they like to pass up shots, good shots for better shots. But we haven't seen that a whole lot here, Connor. Most of the time when they pass up a good shot, the next shot isn't quite as good.
No.
So I think they got to find more open opportunities, get better looks at the basket here in the second half. And, for Tiffin Columbian, you've got to keep it up. Keep up that stifling defense, find your opportunities, and take advantage of them when they present themselves.
I agree.
All right, Connor, if you are Coach Foose, Coach J.C. Foose from Tiffin Columbian, what do you tell your girls as you start the second half here?
I mean, stay close to your defender. Stay close to your defender. And, just keep the ball flowing and keep Bellevue pressured into making them shoot difficult shots to make them miss and get the rebounds, get the ball back.
As we start the third quarter of action, Bellevue has possession. Pass tipped away, stolen by Tiffin Columbian. Gracie Chester now with it. Maggie Rannigan into the forecourt now for the Tornadoes. Mackenzie Davis now with it. Cross court for Rannigan. Maggie Rannigan driving. Down to Lexi Smith. Smith, spin move, puts it up off the glass. No, rebound grabbed by Rucker. Ella Rucker on the rebound. Dominique White now with it. Brooke Brown. Caitlin Terniski and Haley Reese. That's your 5 on the floor for Bellevue as Brooke Brown knocks down the three-point shot from the right wing. Got to give him that.
And a turnover here.
Terniski with the steal. Shot no good. A rebound fought for under the basket and grabbed by Lexi Smith. She is fouled on the rebound. Dominique Weiss called on the foul. That's her first. Senior point guard. Dallas Pohl. Over to Rannigan. It's stolen away by Bellevue. Ella Rucker driving into the paint. Kicks it down low for Reese, and that one's off of Bellevue and out of bounds.
There's another one, too. She could have just went up and
Yeah, that passed up a
possibly
good
get fouled.
shot.
Yep.
Lexi Smith had it stolen away. Rucker with the steal. Over to Weiss. Reese. And now back to Dominique Weiss. They're working around the perimeter here. Weiss had that one off her hands and out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Tornadoes. 26-17 your score. Bellevue leading by 9. 6:18 left here in the third quarter. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call with you tonight. Austin Rodriguez, our camera operator. Lexi Smith for Gracie Chester into the paint. Shot up, no good. Rebound. And she goes back up with it, and she's fouled on the follow-up.
Fouls on Rucker, her first, team second.
That'll put Gracie Chester at the line for 2 shots. This first shot is no good. Chester on the season, now 2 of 6 from the free throw stripe. And make that 2 of 7. Unable to convert from the charity stripe. Reese over to Weiss. Now out. 3-point shot from Brown, no good. Lexi Smith grabbed the rebound. It's tipped under the basket. Last touch by Terniski of the Lady Red. Dallas Pohl under the basket. Gives it off to Rannigan. Nice feed from Rannigan. Cross-court pass from Pohl. And that's why I don't like sitting at the scorer's table, because I probably would have pooped myself. Dominique White into the forecourt now. Brown finds Weiss under the basket. Spin move, turn around, jumper, no good. Yeah, lane violation. She was in there just a little too long. (26-17) your score. Inbound pass tipped by Bellevue. Terniski shot blocked by Dallas Pohl. Reese thought about a 3. Pulls up from mid-range. Missed everything. Rebound grab by Smith. Over to Davis. Now Mackenzie Davis pushes it into the forecourt. Up with the shot. Off the glass and in. Now that's what I'm talking about when I say manufacture your shots. That wasn't there. She had to go get it.
Executed very well.
Mackenzie Davis now with 6 points here tonight. 26-19. Steal. Ooh. Davis went for the steal, and both players collided in the air. Haley Reese, I tell you, that was violent. Greg, you got a replay on that one? Maybe we can take another look at that.
Good here. Let me see what happens.
See if we can see what happened there.
Really hard hit on the head.
As a pass from Weiss was a cross-court pass. She was looking for Reed. And yeah, that was a nasty hit there to the head. And she's tough. I'll tell you, she is tough. She comes up, she looks like she's okay, but she's going to have to be checked out. And with the head injury, that's probably a protocol issue now as she goes back to be cleared. But that was scary.
Vicious.
That was scary. Absolutely. You never like to see that.
No.
But, hey, both players just going for the ball, trying to make a play there. 26-19, Tiffin Columbian trailing by 7. Rucker out to Brown for 3. Brown! Brooke Brown knocks down the 3. And that one stolen, tipped out, last touch by, Tiffin Columbian. So it goes back to the Lady Red. Bellevue leading by 10, 29-19 is your score. Weiss takes the inbound pass in the backcourt, crosses the timeline into the forecourt now. Off the screen, finds Rucker. Turner, back out, Terniski for three.
Ooh, nice save.
Wow, what a save by Rucker. Rucker to Weiss in the paint, finds Turner, now Terniski. And now they try to find that shot. They find a shot, no good. Lexi Smith grabs the rebound for Tiffin Columbian, nearly throws it away, but nice save there by Dallas Pohl. Alzaquani, cross court, Ranigan. Maggie Ranigan had it poked away into the backcourt. She grabs it. Timeout called by Tiffin Columbian. Full timeout. Of course, timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. We'll use this timeout to thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Service, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara Reisen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, I know it's that time of year. You're all probably still shopping. I mean, there's still 5 days left till Christmas. You still got some stuff to do. You got last minute stuff. Please, I encourage you, please, shop local. Every one of these names on this list is the reason why you're able to watch this broadcast here tonight. So when you're out shopping, think about these names first.
And if you're like me, you wait until the last minute to even start. You don't have time to wait for things to get shipped to you. You got to go out and get it local.
What do you care? You're not going to be here on Christmas anyway.
Still got to get people gifts, Nate.
That's the convenient excuse. I wasn't here on Christmas, sorry. It's just not the same on the 30th when you get back, so why even bother?
I'll get you guys gifts next year.
It's already next year, right? By the time you get back, it's already next year. Foul called on the floor on Gracie Chester. That's her first foul. Second team foul comes at the 3:34 mark here in the third quarter. 29-19, Bellevue leading by 10. And that pass tipped and out of bounds. No, it was not tipped, so they just threw it away.
Just a bad pass.
Columbian will take possession. 3:25 left here in the third. Once again, Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call with you tonight. Cross-court pass, Lexi Smith. Oh, what a nice job by Smith. As she just
Way to execute that opportunity.
stopped under control and put that shot up and in. Stolen away by Alzaquani into the paint, up with the shot, and that's good. We get a replay on that one. What a play there by Alzaquani. Let's see if we can pull that one up. Big turn of events there for Tiffin Columbian. Boy, she read that one like a book. Saw it coming, picked it off, coast to coast. Miriam Alzaquani, her first basket of the ball game, brings Columbian to within 6. It's 29-23 with 3:05 left here in the third quarter. And that's what you needed if you're Tiffin Columbian.
Defense, man.
Absolutely.
It's been unbelievable tonight.
Timeouts brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Stick around for the postgame show. Brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We will crown our MST Sauce Company Player of the Game. That's all coming to you right after tonight's broadcast. Of course, if you're watching or maybe just tuned in now and you just found the broadcast, you're like, man, how do I watch the rest of this? How do I go back? Well, conveniently, all of our broadcasts are archived. So you can go back and watch anytime. Rewatch tonight's broadcast. Lexi Smith kicks it out. 3-point shot. Dallas Pohl. No. Oh. Rebound. Tipped under the basket. Grabbed by Bellevue. Elafous. Over to Terniski.
Wow. That was close.
close. Yeah.
Brown over to Rucker for three. Off the back of the rim, no. Rebound grabbed by Foose under the basket. Puts it up, puts it in! What a shot by Ella Foose!
Crazy shot.
How did you get that in?
I have no idea. Chester over to Dallas Pohl. Pohl pulls it back, resets the offense, calls out the play. And we got a foul off the ball here. Caitlin Terniski called on the foul. That's her second foul. And the third team foul comes at the 2:03 mark here in the third quarter.
Haley Reese returning for Bellevue.
That's good to see. We love to see that. She's tough, man. She wasn't going to let that keep her out.
No.
Ranigan, mid-range shot, no. Rebound grabbed by Bellevue. Stolen away by Dallas Pohl. Into the paint, up with the shot, off the glass and in. Dallas Pohl. Her first basket of the ball game comes at the 1:42 mark here in the third quarter. Haley Reese into the paint, up with the shot, no. Rebound grabbed by Gracie Chester. Chester over to Pohl. It's a 6-point ball game. Al Zaquani. Over to Lexi Smith at the elbow. Smith into the paint, cross court for Ranigan, nearly lost it, gets it back. Maggie Ranigan over to Dallas Pohl. Pohl trying to get it down low for Smith. They get it down low. Smith, spin move, up off the glass, puts it in! What a move by Lexi Smith! Smith gets that one to go. And it's a 4-point ball game. 31-27, inside of a minute to play here in the third. Reese splits the double team, gets it over to Rucker, cross court. Corner. Off Terniski and out of bounds. Tiffin Columbian will have possession, 48.9 seconds left here in the third. Dallas Pohl looking to inbound under the Bellevue basket. Gets it into Ranigan. Over to Pohl. Out to Smith. Smith into the paint, up with the shot. No. Rebound. Cleared under the basket.
Jump.
And that's going to be a held ball. Tiffin Columbian will retain possession. 31-27. Tiffin Columbian will have possession. They trail by 4. Abby Felsky checking in. Gracie Chester checking out for Lady Tornadoes. Maggie Ranigan gets it in. Lexi Smith over to Miriam Alzaquani. Back to Ranigan, right wing. Ranigan, Felsky, back out to Pohl. Now Lexi Smith at the free throw line. Over to Felsky. And that's going to be a reach-in foul on Reese. Haley Reese called for the foul. That's her third.
That defense, Nate.
Yeah. Oh, they're smothering. And they're so quick to get out on shooters, too. There's no open shots. There's no open opportunities for Tiffin Columbian here tonight. Lady Red is playing some outstanding defense. Alzaquani. Stolen. Henny. Poked away. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian. Kyra Henny with the steal, but then had it poked away herself. But the Lady Red will retain possession. 7.3 seconds left here in the third quarter. Inbound, Terniski onto the basket. Kicks it out, Brown for three. No. Rebound, tipped. Foul under the basket. And who's it going to be on? This one's going against Bellevue. Kyra Henny called for the foul. That's her second. And the fifth team foul comes at the 0.7 second mark here in the third quarter. And that's going to be out of bounds. So Bellevue will get a chance at a shot here to close out the third quarter. Brooke Brown looking to inbound. Gets it under the basket. Stolen away by Alzaquani. She just holds on to it. And that's the end of the third quarter. 31-27 your score. Bellevue leading by 4. We'll be right back after this. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. The exciting conclusion of tonight's ball game is coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, The Pulse.
Welcome back to Hoops on Hoops. We're live here at Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush on the call. We're set to start the fourth quarter of action. Bellevue leading Tiffin Columbian 31-27. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Lady Red have it to start the fourth quarter. Stolen away by Mackenzie Davis. Davis pulls it back and resets here. Tornadoes trailing by just 4. They seem to have seized a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah. Oh, they were trailing by 10 at one point.
Yes, yes they were.
I thought so.
Down low for Smith. Smith working on Rucker. Spin move, turn around. Stolen away. She drew the double team, but just could not get out of it and threw it away. Ella Rucker. Pass stolen by Dallas Pohl, but Chernisky gets it back.
Great effort.
Mackenzie Davis gets the steal. Over to Abby Felsky, puts up the mid-range shot. No, gets her change. And we're going to get a foul on the floor.
Man, what a play right here, Nate.
Boy, they are scrapping it out tonight.
Team 6. Bellevue, 32 back in for Bellevue.
31-27, Bellevue leading by 4. Lexi Smith looking to inbound for Tiffin Columbian. Gets it in, Mackenzie Davis. Up with the shot, off the glass, no. Ella Foose grabs the rebound.
Need to be a little more patient with those shots.
Foose cross court for Reese. Puts up the shot, off the back of the backboard, no. Smith grabs the rebound. Dallas Pohl. Into the forecourt now for Tiffin Columbian. Driving, up with the shot, no!
Block.
Turniski with the rejection. A foul is going to be called on Tiffin Columbian's Dallas Pohl. That'll be her first and the, I think, third? Yes, third team foul against Tiffin Columbian. Comes at the 6:41 mark here in the fourth quarter. So Bellevue has 6 fouls. One more will put Tiffin Columbian at the line for a 1-and-1. Haley Reese.
Oh, nice.
Pass stolen away by Tiffin Columbian. Davis, shot, no. What a rebound! Dallas Pohl with the putback.
We're at a 2-point game, Nate.
31-29, Bellevue leading by 2. Tornadoes on an 8-0 run. Dallas Pohl with the steal. Down the floor, up with the shot, off the glass and in.
We got a tie game.
Dallas Pohl ties it up for Tiffin Columbian.
I know that wasn't a 3, but for a tie, I think we did deserve one of these.
Oh,
Nate.
yeah.
That's right.
Tying it up after being down by 10.
Haley Reese. Kick out for Foose, thrown out of bounds. It goes through her hands and out of bounds. Tiffin Columbian will take over. 5:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game, 31 apiece.
To me, it's a brand new game.
You can feel the intensity in this gym right now. Great energy here tonight at Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium. Mackenzie Davis into the forecourt for Alzaquani, down low. Rannigan up with the shot, no. Rebound tipped under the basket. Last touch by Tiffin Columbian. Rannigan with a nice cut to the basket, but just not under control with the shot. Tied at 31. 5:40 to play. Boy, we picked some pretty good ball games here this year so far. Haley Reese on the left wing. She's fouled. Non-shooting foul on the floor. Called on Maggie Ranigan. That's her first, and the fourth team foul comes at the 5:26 mark here in the fourth quarter. Dominique Weiss into the paint. Kicks out. Brooke Brown for three. She's been lethal out there. No. Chernitzky grabs the rebound. Turnaround spins. No. Rebound tipped. Grabbed by Reese. Into the paint. Up with the shot. No. Rebound. She gets her own rebound. Puts it up. And a foul on the floor. Gracie Chester called on the foul. This one's off the ball, so not a shooting foul. That'll be the fifth team foul on Tiffin Columbian, though. So it was 6-2 in fouls just a minute and a half ago. Now 6-5. Tiffin Columbian playing very physical on this possession. Haley Reese. Kickoff for Brown. Brown draws a double team. Stolen by Pohl. Dallas Pohl into the paint. Little runner. No, she got it to go. Dallas Pohl.
Wow. That was beautiful.
What a beautiful floater by Dallas Pohl. She's got 8 points here tonight, and the Tornadoes have a 2-point lead. Haley Reese into the paint, up with the shot, off the glass. No! Chernitzky with the rebound. And
I don't know about that one, Dave.
that one should have been a travel. She took 2 steps after she came down with the ball.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I mean, I don't know. She came down with the rebound, and then she just took 2 steps into the defender. I don't know. Brown looking to inbound. That's got to be close. Poked away, out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue possession. 4:36 left here in the ball game. Tornadoes leading by 2, 33-31. They are on a 12-0 run. Felsky just stepped on the baseline. Otherwise, that is a key steal there for Tiffin Columbian. A great defense on the inbound. As now they're going to get Dominic White looking to inbound here for Bellevue. She gets it in. Turner. Audrey Turner. Out to Haley Weiss. Haley Reese, sorry. Reese kicks it off. That's Weiss. Now Turner. Back over to Weiss on the right wing. Weiss driving. Kick out. Chernitzky. Back out to Brown for 3. No. Rebound grabbed by Dallas Pohl. Tiffin Columbian clears it out. Ranigan now with it. Down to 4:05 in the ball game. Mackenzie Davis with it at the top of the key. Tornadoes lead by 2. Smith had it poked away, gets it back. Over to Felsky. Felsky. Shut off by the defense, kicks it out. Dallas Pohl for 3. No. Mackenzie Davis with the tip, grabs the rebound. Under the trees! Mackenzie Davis! What a rebound!
What a shot.
What a putback! Wow! Reese steps into a 3. Bang! Bang! We got a ball game here tonight, folks. What a basket by Haley Reese.
Haley's like, I'll take care of this and bring it down to a 1-point game.
I'll take it from here. 35-34, Tiffin Columbian leading by 1. First National Bank of Sycamore, your timeout sponsor here tonight. We'll keep it right here. 3:29 left to play in the ball game. And what a ball game it's been here tonight, folks. I'm going to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Service, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willies Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara Reisen, Century 21 Bolte and Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. (35-34) Tiffin Columbian with a 1-point lead.
Completely different story in the second half.
Absolutely.
I mean, unbelievable turnaround.
A big shot from Haley Reese to stop that 14-0 run for Tiffin Columbian. Mackenzie Davis takes the inbound pass. Driving into the forecourt. Cut off by the defense. Gets it back to Dallas Pohl. Now back to Mackenzie Davis. Davis. Driving. Cut off by the defense. Kicks it out. Smith hoists up for three. No.
Oh.
Rebound. Tipped under the basket. Grabbed by Weiss. Dominique Weiss into the forecourt now for Bellevue. Turner for three. No. Rebound. Grabbed under the basket by Reese.
Hit the top of the...
And it hit the stanchion is what we like to call it. Tommy loves that word. Pohl takes the pass. Driving into the paint. Little runner there. No good. She got that one to go earlier, but that one unable to go. Oh, she gets the steal. Dallas Pohl forces the turnover. Now Mackenzie Davis with it.
And we get a shooting foul. That was a great pass down to Lexi Smith.
Well, Lexi Smith will go to the line for two shots.
Pass from Gracie Chester.
She's got 12 points tonight, looking for numbers 13 and 14.
Just missed it.
Unable to convert on the first. Stays a 35-34 ball game.
And the second one missed as well.
And that one's going to go out of bounds, last touched
And it stays
by Tiffin Columbian. 1 point ball game, 2:33 to go. Tiffin Columbian leading by one, holding on to that 1 point lead. Haley Reese over to Brooke Brown, now down low for Reese, puts it up off the glass and puts it in.
Wow.
She muscled that one up and in.
What a shot.
Over to Gracie Chester, now down low for Smith. That's Pohl, I'm sorry, Dallas Pohl. Back to Chester, back out for Pohl. Now Smith with it, Lexi Smith. Cut off by the defense, kicks it out for Dallas Pohl. Down to 2 minutes to play. Dallas Pohl off the Smith screen. Now Zaquani with the screen. Gives it back to Smith, now back to Pohl. Dallas Pohl. Over to Al Zaquani, and we got a timeout. And a wise timeout there by Coach Foose. As JC Foose saw some things in the offensive set she did not like, so she's going to call that timeout. Of course, timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. I don't have to tell you folks, you should stick around. This is going to be a great post-game show. We got a lot to talk about, and the player of the game still hanging in the balance right now. MST Sauce Company player of the game, brought to you by our friends at MST Sauce Company. Of course, that's coming to you after the conclusion of this ball game in the post-game show, brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. But man, there's a lot to talk about here. What a ball game. 1:43 left to play. Bellevue leading by one, 36-35. Bellevue, after Tiffin Columbian went on a 14-0 run, now they are on a 5-0 run of their own. Will take a 36-35 lead. Al Zaquani looking to inbound. Gets it in for Davis. Mackenzie Davis. Now Dallas Pohl. Back over to Davis on the right wing. Chester down low. Goes up for the shot, puts it up. No, she's fouled.
Foul.
Gracie Chester draws the foul. And she'll go to the line for two crucial free throws. So she doesn't have to worry about the first one here. She's got both of them. And she knocks down the first to tie the ball game, 36 apiece. Let's give her some of that. There we go. And Chester unable to convert on the second, so it's tied 36 apiece. 1:24 left to play in the ball game. Haley Reese into the forecourt, stolen away. Mackenzie Davis has it into the forecourt, up with the shot, and she puts it in. Mackenzie Davis stealing the show. 38-36, Tiffin Columbian leading by 2. Shot from Rucker, no good. Chester grabs the rebound under the basket, and she is fouled. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
they're going to call that a held ball? How?
Wow.
Nobody, like she had her arms around it. There's nobody else had their hands on the ball. I don't understand. There was nobody else that had their hands on the ball. Like the other two, the defenders had their hands on her.
Let's see if we got a replay of that.
Yeah, I'd love to see a replay of that, Greg. Absolutely. Yeah, they had their hands on her arms. They never had their hands on the ball.
Looks like she bounced her head off the
They were
ground
pulling her
there.
arms down.
That's why she was on the ground still. She bounced her head there.
Yeah, she took a nasty spill. Surprised she didn't get the foul there. That's just. This is a tough physical ball game here.
Well,
I'll tell you,
Columbian
man.
will keep the ball here. Possession in their favor.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Possession arrow favors Tiffin Columbian. So 38-36, they hold a 2-point lead. 1 minute and 1 second left. 61 seconds until the final conclusion of this ball game. And what a ball game we've had here tonight. Gracie Chester able to make it off the floor on her own power. Good to see.
Talk about leaving it all on the court, Nate. My goodness.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's been a calling card of this Tiffin Columbian team this year is their defense and physicality. They bring it every single night.
Jump ball.
Yeah, they said held ball. That was definitely a held ball. I can show you on the replay where he said held ball. Inbound to Mackenzie Davis, back to Pole. Lexi Smith now with it, 50 seconds left in the ball game. Smith, cross court for Dallas Pole. Over to Davis, mid-range shot, no. Under the basket, tipped out of bounds, last touch by Bellevue. 41.8 seconds left. Dallas Pole looking to inbound under her own basket. Looking to get it in. Lexi Smith takes the inbound pass. Under the basket for Davis, puts it up. No, but she's fouled. And that'll be the fourth foul on Haley Reese. That puts Mackenzie Davis at the line on the season. She's a 57% free throw shooter, 12 for 21. Unable to get that one to go. Hopefully she didn't hear me on that one.
Yeah.
She gave me that. She gave that look like, did you really have to tell me what my shooting percentage was right before I shot that? Like for real.
Guys.
No, she got that one to go. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Mackenzie Davis puts the Lady Tornadoes up by 3. Haley Reese over to Rucker for 3. No. Rebound tipped under the basket. Grabbed by Terniski.
Jump ball.
And we're going to get a held ball. Possession arrow will favor the Lady Red. Timeout is going to be called by Bellevue. And Coach Santoro will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 22 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tiffin Columbian holding on to a 3-point lead. Of course, timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Boy, Connor, what a ball game.
I mean, I definitely am more comfortable with the 3-point lead than a 2-point lead here.
Yeah,
with
I would think
possession.
so. Absolutely. Big-time free throw by Mackenzie Davis there. She's got 11 points tonight. Lexi Smith with 12 points. As we look at the UIS Insurance and Investment stat sheet, you know, you talk about big contributions from a lot of different people tonight, but Dallas Pole really has turned it on here in this fourth quarter. And I think, you know, a big reason why the Tornadoes are where they're at right now with this 3-point lead is the play of Dallas Pole and Mackenzie Davis down the stretch here. Your senior leaders what you need is you need leadership in moments like this. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time situations.
Yes.
That's exactly what you're seeing right here.
And this is your last home game against Bellevue.
Yes.
You want to get that win here at home.
These Lady Tornadoes have shown a mountain of improvement here in the early going of the 2022-23 campaign. Haley Reese takes the inbound, feeds it over. Brown back out to Reese. Driving into the paint, puts a shot up, puts it in.
Wow.
Haley Reese gets that one to go. It's a 1-point ball game, 39-38. Mackenzie Davis now with it. She's fouled. And that will be the 10th foul on Bellevue. And that will put Mackenzie Davis at the line for 2 shots.
I'll tell you, Bellevue let a lot of time go there.
They really did. 7.2 seconds left.
Because they had about 15 seconds after that shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And got rid about half that time.
Mackenzie Davis knocks it in. Puts the Tornadoes up by 2, 40-38. Does she got another one in her? No. Chernisky grabs the rebound. Reese racing down the floor. 2 seconds. 1. Up with the shot off the glass. Puts it in! Haley Reese ties the ball game with no time left.
We gotta look at that one again, guys.
Wow.
We gotta
Let's take a look at the replay.
Let's look at the time here on this one.
Jeez.
Oh, she definitely got that one off because there was a couple seconds left.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What a beautiful play by Haley Reese as she takes that one coast to coast and ties it up. 40 apiece. We got overtime here, folks. That's right.
Wow.
OT. Wow. 4 quarters weren't enough to determine the winner here. Oh no, we need another one. We need an extra. Sorry guys, you don't get paid for extra overtime here. It's the same flat fee.
What a regular possession game.
All right, folks, have a good night. We're done here.
Yep.
Have fun, Nate.
Oh man, what an exciting
Overtime
ball
on
game.
whose? Overtime on whose?
Overtime hoops on whose. I'll tell you what, if you'd have told me that we had overtime with this game, I'd be happy. And I am very happy. What a ball game.
Definitely didn't see this coming. I don't even have an overtime graphic made ready for this.
Whoops.
I will after this one, though.
That's all right. They don't have an overtime period. It's still in the 4th.
It's still in the 4th. Man, the momentum in this building right now, in this gymnasium.
The energy is electric here tonight. Haley Reese takes the opening tip of the overtime period and throws it away out of bounds. Dallas Pohl looking to inbound for Tiffin Columbian. They do not employ the full court press here. They've been playing full court press the entire game, and now in the overtime period, they've decided to take off the full court press.
Could this be something to throw off Columbian?
Lexi Smith's shot no good under the basket. Rebound
and
tipped
it
out of bounds.
stays.
Last touch by Bellevue.
You trying to be conservative in overtime, or are you trying to throw off Columbian with backing off and not having that pressure?
I think it's more about they've seen that Columbian has been taken advantage of. They're not quick enough to get back on that full court press, so Columbian a lot of times has advantage in the backcourt. Weiss with the steal, puts it up off the glass and puts it in. Dominique Weiss puts the Lady Red up 42-40. Mackenzie Davis cross court, Dallas Pohl for 3. Bang! Dallas Pohl knocks down the 3!
What a shot!
And Dallas Pohl will go to the line for a potential 4-point play. They can't guard her.
Unbelievable shot.
That one no good. Rebound tipped and grabbed by the Lady Red. So Tornadoes clinging to a 1-point lead here in the overtime period. Haley Reese, kick out. Brown for three. Bang! Bang! Bang!
Wide open out there.
Brooke Brown has been deadly from beyond the arc tonight. 45-43. Lady Red by 2. Under the basket for Smith. Smith.
Wow.
And she's going to be fouled.
Oh.
I don't know how anybody would be surprised after that. I mean, they were pretty much hugging. She was pretty much hugging her, and then she looked up like, really?
Right. I guess you just got to act like you're special. What, me?
Ella Rucker with a foul, her 4th.
And we got a couple players in foul trouble here in the overtime period.
Nothing but net.
And Lexi Smith is pure from the line. Let's see if she's got another one in her here. 45-44. Lady Tornadoes trail by 1.
Oh.
And that second free throw, no good. Lady Red grabbed the rebound. Haley Reese driving. Had it stolen away. Mackenzie Davis with the steal.
And they got
Tornadoes have the advantage.
Yeah,
Kick out, pull for 3. In and out. In and out.
In and out. Wow.
And a foul from behind.
Wow.
Abby Felsky called for the foul. That's her 3rd. And the 7th team foul on Tiffin Columbian at the 2:27 mark here in the overtime period. Bellevue leading 45-44. Haley Reese. 22 points tonight. No good. Rebound tipped. Last touch by Bellevue. And Tiffin Columbian will get the possession. Once again, they do not employ the full court press. They've been doing it all game. It's been working great for them. Alzaquani gets it over. Dallas Pohl. Poked away, gets it back.
Wow.
Dallas Pohl. And a timeout called. J.C. Foose says, it's a little too tense. Let's take a timeout. Let's just talk. Let's talk, guys. Can we talk? Can we talk, ladies? First National Bank of Sycamore is your sponsor for timeouts here tonight. And, boy, they got their money's worth tonight. There's been plenty of timeouts, plenty of action, and plenty of excitement here tonight. Boy, I can't say enough about this ball game, folks. But if you're watching it and you're wondering, how can I get involved? I want to be an advertising partner with Heart of Ohio Sports. Well, hey, just shoot us an email, hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com, or you can give me a call, 567-207-5041. Let's work on something. Let's make a marketing plan that works for you. Dallas Pohl looking to inbound, gets it in. Mackenzie Davis, top of the key. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the overtime period. Bellevue leading by 1, 45-44. Mackenzie Davis cut off by the defense, and she trips and loses possession. It goes out of bounds. 1:53 left here in the overtime period. And the Lady Red lead by 1, 45-44. Rucker. Cross court for Reese. Nearly had it stolen away, but gets it back. Terniski spins, turnaround, gives it off for Reese. Reese around the perimeter. 1:30 left to play. Weiss now with it. A hip check called on Alzaquani. Blocking foul. And that'll put Weiss at the line. A 1-and-1 situation here for Dominique Weiss. She was perfect coming into tonight, but she missed 0 for 2 earlier. That makes her 1 for 3 from the line here tonight. It puts the Lady Red up by 2, 46-44. And she knocks them both down. It gives Bellevue a 3-point lead. Mackenzie Davis now with it. Into the forecourt for the Lady Tornadoes. Weiss pokes it away. It's kicked out of bounds. And a last touch by Tiffin Columbian. Boy, Dominique Weiss is playing some excellent defense here tonight.
She has been.
But I tell you, both sides are pretty lucky. These referees just letting it happen. They're just letting this thing play out on the court.
They are.
There's been a lot of physicality from both schools. Weiss nearly loses it. Down to a minute to play. 47-44. Bellevue leading by 3. Tornadoes got to think about fouling here. They got a foul. Yes. That's going to send Reese to the foul line. Where she will have a 1-and-1 situation. Before the shot, this will be a non-shooting foul, so 1-and-1 for Haley Reese. 49.4 seconds left. And she knocks the first one down. 23 points for Haley Reese. And unable to get that one to go. Pohl grabs the rebound. That's Lexi Smith. Miriam Alzaquani now with it into the forecourt, driving. Timeout. Tiffin Columbian takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout.
Both teams have 1 timeout remaining.
We talk about both of these teams and just how physical this game has been to this point. And there's been a lot of collisions out here, Greggy.
Oh, yeah, we saw one earlier.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Big one, yeah.
And it's that time of year where you might find yourself in a situation where you might be asking yourself, hey, I had a collision, where do I go? Well, you got to go see your friends, our friends at Feasel's Frame and Collision.
Yeah, you got to be looking out for Santa's reindeer around this time of year. That's for sure.
You're absolutely right, Greg. It is that time of year when you got to be looking out for deer, because it's the Midwestern thing to do when you have friends and they're getting ready to leave the party. If you really care about them, what do you say? Watch out for deer.
Every time.
Once again, go see Feasel's Frame and Collision. If you're looking to get your car put back together and looking tip-top, go see Jeff and the good folks at Feasel's Frame and Collision. Dallas Pohl looking to inbound for Tiffin Columbian. Gets it in. Mackenzie Davis in the backcourt now with it. Inside of 40 seconds to play. They've got to move. And a reach-in foul. Well, Connor, my question is, she's been doing that all game. So why are they just now starting to call it? Like
Yep.
I
do not know.
I don't understand that call. Because she's been doing that all game. Like, that's nothing new.
I'm just as confused as you on.
I just don't understand
Why it was
it's
called.
inconsistencies, like. Mackenzie Davis at the line, unable to convert on the first. And the second one is no good as well. Cherniski grabs the rebound at 33 seconds. They got a foul. And that will put Caitlin Cherniski at the foul line for 2 shots. Down to 10, or now they are at 10 team fouls. So Caitlin Cherniski, freshman forward, 6'2" forward, will toe the line for 2 shots. And unable to get that one to go. Off the back of the rim, no good. And unable to get that one to go. Lexi Smith. Over to Dallas Pohl. Pohl back over to Alzaquani.
Got to keep moving.
Miriam Alzaquani down to 20 seconds left. Down low for Lexi Smith. Smith into the paint, up with the shot, off the glass and in. Lexi Smith gets that one to go, down to 12 seconds left.
Whoa.
And Dallas Pohl going to be called for the foul, and that's going to be a flagrant. Come on now.
Right.
It's a foul.
I'm sorry, did something happen?
It's a foul. Some of the way these parents berate kids on the floor. It's like, could you imagine if that was your daughter and you're yelling stuff like that at her?
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you, if it was my daughter, I'd probably already rip my headset off. Lady Red will retain possession. 49-46 lead. 10 seconds left in the ball game. Tornadoes need a steal here and a quick three. Terniski looking to inbound. Gets it in. And Mackenzie Davis is going to be called for the reach-in foul over the back on Haley Reese. That'll put Reese at the line. She's got 24 points here tonight as we look at the UIS Insurance and Investment stat sheet. Leading all scorers. The closest scorer for Bellevue outside of Reese, Brooke Brown with 9 points. All of those coming beyond the arc. Reese gives her 25.
Half the points. Unbelievable.
She came in averaging 15 points a game. That'll push that average up a little bit. And Reese unable to convert on the second. Alzaquani grabs the rebound, 50-46. Timeout called by Tiffin Columbian as they cross the timeline. 4.5 seconds left, down by 4. You're going to need a lot of things to happen here, but a 4-point play would be
right.
I mean, that's exactly what you need here. Timeouts, of course, brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. And you know, Connor, it's been a pleasure calling this one with you tonight. This has been a great ball game. What a way to get initiated into the call here.
Right?
We said, hey, 4 quarters wasn't enough training. We need an extra one for Connor here tonight because he needs that extra quarter to really get loosened up, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great game it's been tonight.
I think you're doing a great job, Connor. I don't care what Greg said about you during the break.
I was over here debating on whether or not to talk some crap and be like, Nate may think so, but I mean, I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Once again, don't forget, we've got more high school basketball coming to you later this week. As this Friday, we'll be right back here in this gym, in this exact same spot. Tiffin Columbian takes on Bellevue. No, not Deja Vu. This would be boys basketball, not girls.
What are you going to do here?
Alzaquani inbound. Dallas Pohl hoists up a 3 from long range. No. Bellevue grabs the rebound, and that's the ball game. The Lady Red come away with a big win. 50-46 is your final score. Well, what an outstanding ball game from Haley Reese, leading all scorers with 25 points here tonight. 50-46 once again is your final score. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, where we will crown our player of the game, brought to you by MST Sauce Company. It's all coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye.
All right, and we're back here with more Hoops on Hoos. Nate Mullins and Connor Roush is rounding up our player of the game. You're tuned into the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Folks, what a ball game here tonight. As the 4 quarters was not enough to determine our winner. No, we needed 5. We needed an extra period. We needed the overtime period in order to find out who exactly was going to take home the victory here tonight. And I'll tell you, this one was one of those games where it was anybody's game. It was hanging in the balance for so long, and it was like, which one of these teams is going to take it? And I tell you, Haley Reese, really, she took care of business down the stretch, really put this team on her back, especially after going out early with an injury there in the third quarter. We all thought, the way she went down on that play, I did not know if she's going to be able to make it back. But she came out tough, hard-nosed, and she played one heck of a game of basketball here tonight. And I'll tell you, she led the way for this Bellevue Lady Red team. I'm trying to see if I can find Connor here. I don't know if he's going to be able to round up our player of the game, but he is definitely trying. He's doing a great job for us tonight. Once again, I want to give a shout-out to Austin Rodriguez, our camera operator here tonight. And, of course, a shout-out to Greg Kinn, the wizard on the 1s and 2s, keeping us live here. 50-46 was your final score, and it took 5 periods. Once again, we'll take a look at that UIS Insurance and Investment stat sheet as Haley Reese leading all scorers with 25 points. For Bellevue as well, Brooke Brown had 9 points. Dominique Weiss had 4. Ella Rucker had 4. And Caitlin Terniski had 2 as well. For Tiffin Columbian, Mackenzie Davis poured in 12 points. Lexi Smith with 15. Gracie Chester had 3 points. Miriam Alzaquani with 2. And Dallas Pohl rounding out the scoring with 11 points here tonight. I'd say this was a big game for Tiffin Columbian because one thing really is obvious after this game. They're not going to turn over. They're not going to lay down. They're going to fight every single game, and they're going to battle every single team that's on this schedule. So I don't think any team in this SBC is ready for this Tiffin Columbian team, including this Bellevue Lady Red, because I don't think they expected this kind of fight here tonight.
Well, the shifts in momentum there, Nate, were insane here tonight. Columbian down by 10 at one point. Bellevue looked like they had this game pretty much well in hand, like they had figured out what was working for them and what was working against them. They looked like they were in the driver's seat there, and then something happened in the end of the third there. Columbian turned it all around after being down by 10. Went on a 12-0 run there at the end of the third and start of the fourth.
Yep.
Somehow just completely flipped this game around. And then Bellevue, that's what good teams do, though. They stay in it, they come back, forced overtime, and it was a close overtime, man. Not to take away anything from either one of these teams. It was an amazing game.
What a game here. What a ball game on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, I'm not sure if Connor's going to be able to round up our player of the game. Kind of put him on the spot with that one, because it's always hard to round up the visiting team. It's one thing. We can go grab Tiffin Columbian's players anytime we like. Bring them over here for an interview. They're always willing. the opposing team, for whatever reason, they're just not quite as friendly, Greggy. I don't know. Like it's a little harder for us to get through that barrier to get to the player of the game. But if we don't end up getting our interview with our player of the game here, let's see, maybe, perhaps, potentially. Connor, I think those guys would be the ones to talk to if you're trying to get the interview. So I think you probably want to ask one of those guys first. Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of doing the hard work around here.
There he goes. All right. So how are we going to do this, Greggy? You going to have her come up here?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. We'll have Connor on here, and we'll give her your headset. All right, so. Yep. All right. I think we have our player of the game. Of course, player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company. And tonight, boy, she was saucing all over him, let me tell you. What a ball game for Haley Reese. Just right over there. That way we get you in the camera shot, because you're more important than Connor here. So. Once again, Haley Reese, our MST Sauce Company player of the game, joining us here on the postgame show. Haley, what an outstanding ball game.
Thank you.
Well, let me first just say, I mean, you showed a lot of toughness out here tonight. To be able to take that kind of an impact, come back, and not only come back, but to carry your team down the stretch. I mean, obviously there was a lot of contributions from a lot of different players there, but the way you put this team on your back down the stretch, I mean, you just pretty much willed this team to victory. Talk about your mentality coming back from that injury.
I saw after we came back that we were kind of going down. Our team wasn't playing as good, and I knew when I came back in I had to get everyone back on track, and we had to start passing better and play better on defense together.
So that's kind of the key. I mean, you guys really played some really good defense out here. I think that's the key for Tiffin Columbian. They like to try to find good looks on the floor. And you guys, I think, passed up a lot of good looks for better looks. There was a lot of passing going on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, you didn't give them very many looks. I mean, is that kind of your MO? Do you like to pride yourself on defense? Because it's pretty obvious. You guys came in just giving up 41 points a game, and you only gave up 46 in 5 quarters. So, I mean, you guys have this lady red team. There's a lot of tough-nosed, hard-nosed defense being played out here.
Yeah, we really try to work. We work really hard on defense. We do that a lot in practice. We say every time our defense helps run our offense.
Well, that's awesome. So, when I look at this roster, there's a lot of leadership here, but you're just a sophomore. Talk about being the leading scorer for this team, but not quite being the leader. Are you the leader, would you say, or do you look up to the seniors on this team for the leadership, and you're just kind of trying to find your role?
I'd say we only have one senior this year, and that's different for Bellevue.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have a lot more. So,
oh, I know.
Yeah, so there's a few of us trying to step up and lead the team, just put the team on our back.
But Dominique really stepped up down the stretch as well there. Defensively, I think, is where she kind of comes through with her leadership, and that's kind of her calling card. You could see it on multiple occasions here tonight. She really put the clamps down defensively, but, 25 points here tonight. When you look at the stat sheet, of course, our stat sheet's brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. But when I look at the stat sheet, your 25 points jumps out. The one thing that stood out to me, you had 4 fouls in the fourth quarter, but you had to play a different brand of basketball from that point forward, but it didn't take away your aggressiveness. Talk about your mentality after you get picked up that 4th foul.
Well, I knew I had to calm down a little bit on defense and just trust my teammates that they would stop their girl and I could just stay on mine.
Yeah. And you did a great job here tonight, Haley. Connor, you got a question?
I think it's more compliments than questions over here. You knocked it out pretty well. I mean, just overall great game tonight. You showed lots of grit out there and leading your team to the victory here, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Haley, so our Player of the Game award is brought to you by MST Sauce Company. Have you ever been to MST?
No.
Well, you're going to get a $20 gift card so you can go check it out. I will kind of steer you in a direction because they're known for their chicken chunks. They've got some really good sauces. So you're going to get an MST Pub and Grub gift card, be able to go check it out yourself, see what it's all about. And once again, we'll give you an opportunity to give some shout-outs to anybody out there that you might want to give a shout-out to right now.
Really just my entire team. You know, we can't just play one girl against 5 on the court. Everyone, even the bench, hypes everyone up, and, you know, that really helps everyone.
Absolutely. So that's the true calling card of a championship player right there. Is she didn't take the credit.
No.
She gives it off to the team, and that's huge, big time. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Haley, I appreciate you coming on with us, spending some time with us here, and once again, congratulations on the MST Sauce Company Player of the Game. Don't go too far. I've got that gift card I want to get to you, but I got to finish wrapping things up here, though. So once again, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Our MST Sauce Company Player of the Game, Haley Reese. All right, Connor, let's wrap this up pretty quickly here.
Alrighty.
What do you think, huh?
Yes.
So we already went through the stats. We ran down the UIS Insurance and Investment stat sheet. We gave away our Player of the Game award. Connor, what else is there to do?
I mean, say thank you.
Thank you to the sponsors.
Yes.
That's right. We have trained you well, Connor. I really like working with you, buddy. All right, once again, we want to thank all of these sponsors for bringing you tonight's broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, UIS Insurance and Investments, First National Bank of Sycamore, Phillips Electric, MST Sauce Company, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, TPC Food Service, Rodgers Flowers, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Buckeye IT, TJ Willies Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, 5-Star Maintenance, Clouse Electric, Sara, Reisen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, tonight's broadcast was presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, and folks, we want to thank you for tuning in with us, and if you've made it this far, please help us out. Share the video and subscribe on YouTube. That helps more than you know. We're so close. We're like 75% of the way to 1,000 followers. Could you help us out? Yeah, you can. Just go to the YouTube channel, find Heart of Ohio Sports, and click that subscribe button. Follow, subscribe, like all of our platforms. Once again, 50-46 was your final score. Bellevue over Tiffin Columbian. For Austin Rodriguez, our camera operator, Greg Kinn, the Wizard, on the 1s and 2s, and Connor Roush, our color commentator. I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium. Once again, final score, Bellevue 50, Tiffin Columbian 46. That's an overtime result. Thanks for tuning in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.